Hello everybody, how are you doing today? I guess I'm doing alright, other than the fact that it's hot as fuck out. And I got a shit ton to talk about because I haven't been feeling real good, so I haven't been going on a lot. But I have been watching the news, and I have been paying attention, to what's going on, kind of, because not a lot has changed. It's a lot of they're cheating, they're lying, they're covering up. Orange man bad, white man evil, and it's not really changing. Like the protests in Portland have been going on for like 85 days, alright? And it's like nobody reports on it anymore. Or if they do, it's only because, something horrible has happened. Like somebody gets shot, somebody, anything like that. A Molotov cocktail is found on somebody, or just, something like that. So, but I went ahead and I recorded, what I thought was most prevalent in the news today. And I'm going to go through it. It's going to take a while. I got quite a bit here, actually. So, let's buckle in. Let's take a hit here. I can't find my pipe, so I'm using one of my little chillums here to smoke out of. And I might even use my bong. We'll see how I feel about the bong. Maybe. And I like this one. This is a little chillum I have with a lid. So, it's cool. Alright. Alright. Alright, here we go, this time for sure. They turned off the lights, the 9/11 tribute lights, and said it was because over COVID conditions, and people freak out. Because why would they need to turn off the tribute lights? I don't get it. Washington, D.C., 21 people shot, 1 child was killed, not reported on, it doesn't fit their agenda. Chicago, 14 people shot at a funeral, once again, not reported on, does not fit their agenda. It wasn't even added to the mass shooting statistics, but because they're trying to keep the statistics on their side, which is going to be impossible because, we know who commits all the fucking crimes. Don't be dumb. Instead of actual news, the mainstream media spent a lot of time making fun of Trump's name, calling him like Trump or something like that. And that's their news. That's what they're telling you is happening. Portland protester shoots at a man in a car, misses, shoots 2 other protesters. Mission failed. Friendly fire got a hold of those people. Yep. Mainstream media still didn't report on it. Why? You got it. Didn't fit their agenda. Wrong color person was shooting. The wrong color person got hit, got shot. So you're not going to hear about it. So if you get shot and you're white, fuck you. You deserved it because you're white, apparently. Things are getting more fucked up. Every time I think it can't get even worse, it gets worse. So I'm going to quit saying it can't get worse, because it obviously can and will get worse. The far-right extremists are trying to say that Kamala is ineligible to hold office because of the question of her birthright. Why is this news? Who gives a fuck? I don't... Some of this news is really fucking stupid. I don't have any other way to say it. Mainstream media apparently thinks that Kamala's birthism is what is important, not the failing states, the failing cities, the riots, the people who are dying. They're calling it peaceful protesters as people die. It's weird, but it's only news if the evil white man is holding down a minority. That's it. If it's the other way around, it's not news. No facts or truth. In the reports, if you want to know what's going on, you got to dig for yourself. But a lot of people just take the news for their word, believe the news. I mean, why not? They're the news. And the news is lying to you. Straight up. Like the outpouring for George Floyd, and then there's nothing when a 5-year-old kid gets assassinated, murdered right in front of his two sisters by a black man, a white child, a 5-year-old white child. No, hardly any coverage on it, and no unrest over it. I don't hear anybody rioting over this young child. Nope. Yeah, it's all because white man's evil. It doesn't matter if it was an innocent 5-year-old child. All that matters is the colors and who did it and who got shot and who was, and all. It doesn't matter because he was a white 5-year-old boy. No coverage, no outrage. Straight and clear racism, and for some reason it's okay and it shouldn't be. 30,000 to 40,000 evictions pending because people can't make money to pay rent. It's really weird. People, in these democratic cities, they're not allowing them to go back to their jobs, not allowing them to make money, so they can't pay rent, so they're getting evicted, and it's not good. Since the city will not prosecute criminals, rioters, cops are just quitting, retiring early. And the riots have kept officers from being able to respond to 911 calls. Many went completely unanswered, like almost 60 in total went completely unanswered because of the riots. Cops couldn't get there, they were busy, or a lady gets shot attempting to steal a Trump sign, and then she cries about it. See, here's the deal. She was a criminal stealing a Trump sign, and the person who owned the sign shot her. So now she is the victim instead of a criminal. And the person who shot her, that was protecting his property, is the criminal. Especially because he's white. Yeah. This video may get taken down. Here's the deal. If you didn't want to get shot, if you don't want to get shot, don't engage in criminal activity. I don't know if that's asking too much. It doesn't sound like it on my part, but maybe. People want to do stupid shit, fine, but be grown up enough to accept the responsibilities and the consequences from what happens from your actions, okay? If you're going to do something that might get you in trouble, don't get mad when you get in trouble. You see what I mean? Chicago is turning into a shooting gallery as the defund police and everything is just, and Laura Lightfoot over there she is fucking everything up. She actually, I'll get to that in a second. Mass shooting in Portland as police attempt to maintain law and order. City refuses to prosecute rioters. Criminals are right back on the street the next night rioting, so the cops give up, stop arresting violent rioters that would be let out anyway the next night, and many police are just quitting or retiring, like I said, in the face of all the bullshit going on, led by the Democrats being ignorant, blaming others for their own actions. Let me see, going through here, I don't care about this. Abolish police protesters, had police protecting them. Yeah, I'm not. That's enough on that. Man mocks feds and destruction of federal property. He destroys some federal property. Thinks he's escaped. Runs away, but was quickly picked up down the road by police. He is going to be in trouble now because he destroyed federal property. And instead of going and grabbing him during the melee, they waited until he was down the road and they picked him up, and he is going to pay for what he did. Some Democrats are coming out saying, don't vote Dems. Even Obama smashed Biden, saying that he could fuck it up. This is Obama saying Biden could fuck it up. Don't forget that Kamala rose through the potential ranks by earning promotions from her back and her oral arguments. She's a work of art, I tell you what. I don't want her in any political office. She is a liar, and she's a hypocrite on the highest order. She's a racist, and I think Biden picking her as a running mate just shows how bad they don't want to win, to be quite honest. Blazing Saddles has been defiled by fucktards. They gave it a proper social context intro. Pretty soon they're going to be editing movies, taking out shit that they think is politically incorrect. So, if you like your movies the way they are, I am going to go out and buy a bunch of movies that I like. From hey Munch, from the pawn shop and shit. That way I'll have the movies I like. Don't lick me, dude. Stop. I love you too. Everybody, this is Munch. I know you know Munch. How you doing, buddy? I know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure in the future it'll go just beyond the intro and they're going to edit out a bunch of shit. So if you like your movies the way they were made originally, go out and get your copy now. That's what I'm doing. I've almost completely cut Twitter out of my life, and I am way better for it. Here's the deal. I looked it up and I can't remember. It's like 12 to 15% of America uses Twitter. Okay? And 12 to 15% of 360 million is a very large number. Yet it's not 100%, not even close. So, but the 15% on Twitter think that it's all of America, think that it's everybody. And it's not. It's only 12 to 15%. But they go on there and they think, what they hear on Twitter is what everybody wants, and it's not. It's just a small number of the larger number, which is still a large number, like I said. 15% of 360 million is a lot, but it's not 100%. I'm just saying, not 100%. Anyway, if they don't like you, they try to deplatform you or cancel you. So you can't use Twitter or YouTube or etc. And if anyone were to look at it with a critical eye and honesty like I have, you see the bias in the hypocritical, ignorant rhetoric that leans hard to the left, with the agenda pushing from the mainstream media included. If you wish to be led through life having to be told what to do, Democratic Party is the way to do it. They will absolutely tell you how to live your life. And if you don't live it the way they're telling you, they will come after you. I should have been smoking this whole time. I'm so sorry. I got into the news. And if you disagree with the Democrats, they call you evil racist or some other slur to stick to you and say you're the one that's bad. I'm tired of bullshit news and lies. That's why I've been going through doing my fact checking, for the last 520 some odd videos. I think this is Puppy Pot and Chill number 523. I'll have to, 523. Doing it for a while, fact checking. And I'm glad I know what the truth is. And I'm sorry there's so many people that don't believe me and think I'm the problem. I'm not the problem. I don't even think a lot of this stuff. I'm just repeating what I've read, what I've heard. We could be right on the cusp on the social civil war that I've been warning about. People were saying it wouldn't become a civil war until it was civilians fighting civilians, not civilians against police, civilians against feds. Well, we've gotten to that point. We've gotten to the point now where regular people are tired of the unrest, tired of having riots going on outside their door, and the Republican right is squaring off against the Democratic left, more or less. It's people tired of being threatened, being rioted on. They're tired of it, and they're standing up for themselves, squaring off against Black Lives Matter, Antifa, and other left groups. And if that's the truth, if that's what's really happening, then we've gotten to the point where it's civilian against civilian, and we are right at the cusp of a civil war. I hope not. I really don't want one, but it looks like that's where we're headed. I hate the fact that I'm right most of the time. If you say Kamala's name wrong, it is now being called racist. This is ignorance of the left. Pronouncing a name wrong is not racist, it's just pronouncing a name wrong. If someone called me Aaron instead of Aaron, I wouldn't say, "You're racist." That's ignorant. But that's what the left is claiming. Just so you know. This is what's happening. And then they'll say something retarded like, black people cannot be racist. The fuck they can. And then they'll go on to say something incredibly racist because, racism only goes one way. The DNC has yet to call out the rioters in Portland and what they're doing as being bad. The Republicans have. They want it to stop. The Democrats have been awfully quiet about it. Laura Lightfoot is actually vocal about it, saying she thinks it's good as long as they're not doing it on her block or her house. And she's made sure of this by having a bunch of police protect her house. Chicago mayor says, this is what I just talked about. This proves the ignorant rhetoric of the left. This proves it. I mean, you can go and look at what she says. You can look it up. You can see her videos where she says, that she's standing behind the peaceful demonstrators. But yet, she has the right to be safe in her home on her block. So she puts a bunch of policemen to keep rioters from getting to her house, saying she deserves to be safe. What about the rest of the city, Lightfoot? Huh? If you want to fight the cops, do it in court. If you fight them on the street, you'll lose. If you don't obey commands, if you resist arrest, all these things have the potential for a reaction that no one wants, but people do it anyway. I don't get it. Everyone knows that cops have guns. Everyone knows that resisting arrest or assaulting police is bad, yet they do it, mostly by already wanted criminals, then scream police brutality after the criminal resists arrest, attempts to flee, shoots or assaults police. Nope. You get no sympathy from me. Alright? I've been harassed by police. I've been pulled over by police. I've been through felony arrest from police because I was at the wrong place, wrong time, with somebody who I shouldn't have been with. And here's the deal. It was my fault. I put myself there. If you don't want to do that, you listen to what the cop says. You let them cuff you. You let them put you in the back of their car. You let them take you to jail, fingerprint you, all that. And if it was the police doing something fucked up, wrong, they're not going to get away with it. There's too many cameras today. All right? So then you can go in and sue the cops, win $1 million, and then win. That's how you do it. You don't fight them on the street. You're going to lose on the street. All right. That about wraps it up for the news I have. I kept it under 30 minutes, so I'm happy. I really didn't think I was going to be able to. I thought it'd run longer than 20 minutes, and it definitely did, but I thought it'd run closer to 30, and it didn't. You got to see Munch. Got to have a couple of hits with me, and that was the best part, because I love you guys. I hope everybody's having a good day. And remember, don't listen to me. I'm a stoner, man. Besides, what I do is tease the news. I don't really tell you all of it. I just kind of briefly, quickly hit it. And if you're interested in what I say, go look it up. You find out for yourself exactly what you believe the truth is. Don't let somebody else lead you down the path of truthism. Find out yourself. We're smart stoners. We can do this. I believe in you. Now, always remember you gotta be 21 in the state where it's legal to smoke marijuana. If not, don't do it. Like I said, let's be smart stoners. I'm reloading my thing here to take another hit before I sign off. Because I did run it pretty short. I mean, comparatively. I didn't think it was going to be this short. I thought it'd be longer. So I'm happy. So I loaded another bowl. Shout out to Steve Eldridge and Eric Scanlon from Sessions. I'm still not allowed on Facebook. As far as using their video stuff. Boy, I'm getting high. Anyway, I love you guys. Lisa Sonnentag, Elizabeth Wilson, who gave me this pad that I'm recording the video on. Thank you very much. I love you guys. Where's the lid? There's the lid. Alright. So like I said at the beginning of this, it's hot. So I'm going to shut this down, close my window, open my door a little bit so I can get some of the AC. But I'm sorry it took me so long to get back out and make a video. I'm passing a kidney stone, so my back is fucked up really bad right now, worse than normal. But I'll try to get back on again as soon as I can when I feel better. All right. And try to do shorter segments. Peace. I love you guys. I hope you have a good day. Be safe. I hope everything goes your way. I just hope everything is good in your world. I want you to be happy. Yeah, that's it. I want you guys to be safe and stay high, bitches.